The William and Mary Washington Center integrates academics and experiential learning to produce high-impact opportunities for all. For 20 years, we've facilitated meaningful connections and provided a place of belonging for the entire William and Mary community. As we celebrate William and Mary in Washington, we are bringing you monthly videos that celebrate the center's rich history and consider its future. This month, we're taking a step back from the academic and professional development aspects of study in DC to focus on fun. We caught up with former DCSI students J.D. Nichols, Julia Carlson, and Will Elkins to chat about how they made the most of their time outside of the classroom.
Obviously, we all knew each other through the program, we were all in the same institute, but what really sparked the friendship was that Will and I wanted to cook a recipe using almonds or pine nuts.
Pine nuts, I think.
We were living with someone who was nut-free as part of the DC program. And Will was like, dang, I really wanted to make this curry recipe. And so we sent Julia and her roommates a message in a group chat called, "Let us cook food for you so we can cook with nuts." And that is still like the name of this group chat to this day, which is like really kind of funny to us. But it's a good example of the kind of things that like kind of help us make connections. Is like food was a really great way to do it, to come together for a weekly game night or a weekly meal, or using nuts so that we could cook together was a really fun kind of experience for us.
The location of where students are allowed to stay is, it's really unbeatable. 7-minute walk down to the mall, very easy metro access. We were really right in the center of the action, and there's so much going on, especially during the summer in DC. Lots of free things too that we took advantage of. So yeah, I think it's important to underscore just how central the location is, and just how much there is going on even within like a 10-minute walk radius. So yeah, that was awesome.
I think one of my favorite things to do that Julia and I would often go do together was explore the Portrait Gallery in DC. Obviously, we would go to a lot of different kind of museums because it's right in the heart of DC. They're all free to everyone to go and take advantage of. But something about the Portrait Gallery, especially, it's like right next to where they house some of the students. It's just like a 5-minute walk. It's such a great place to kind of go and walk around and explore.
Yeah, JD and I would text each other like right after work and be like, okay, let's go over to the Portrait Gallery. Had a goal of seeing every inch of the Portrait Gallery, and we did.
And we did.
And so we try to run over there and get as much time in as we could.
As far as events go, because the William and Mary DC staff is embedded there in DC, and there's so many alumni from William and Mary in the DC area, they have a pretty impressive circuit of speakers and mentors, folks that we got to interact with and have access to, that otherwise I don't see any scenario that we would have interacted with these folks. And so that getting access to that network was extremely valuable from a personal standpoint. It just allowed me to see what some of the leaders in the DC area are up to and the things that they're thinking about. But also from a professional standpoint as well. It's just an incredible opportunity for career growth. I think at the end of the day, there are a lot of ways to bolster your resume as a student. And, the summertime is an opportunity for everyone to think about what can they do beyond their classwork and their, extracurricular activities at school to ready themselves for their career. There are lots of different avenues that you can take, but one that is extremely fun and one that is just all around, enriching beyond just from a pure career standpoint is the William and Mary DC Center. And what a great way to get to know the city as well. And it can be a launching off point for really anything that you're interested in.